David Brent, Life on the Road, is a mockumentary directed by Ricky Gervais, a spin-off from the TV show The Office. This time round, his character David Brent works in an office and takes some time off to assemble a bunch of session musicians and go for his dream of becoming a rock star. In the meantime, while on the road, he discovers that everybody hates him because he's an extremely politically incorrect character who gets into a lot of awkward situations and finds it very difficult to succeed in life. I mean, let's face it, we've all been there before, right? Right? Now, I was looking forward to this film because, admittedly, I've only very recently seen The Office. I know. But I loved the show. I'm a big fan of British humour. I love Ricky Gervais's stuff. His character, David Brent, I thought was great. So when the trailer came out for this movie, I was like, hell yeah, I am definitely going to see that. And I saw it, and I was really disappointed. So one thing that I've learned from this film is that the reason why The Office worked so well, and particularly his character, is because he had a lot of other funny people around him to work with. Whereas this time around, in the context of the movie, he was pretty much like the only really comedic character. There were some other people who were a little funny, but because of that, it just fell flat. You know, a lot of the jokes just didn't work, and to be honest, it was kind of a depressing sort of a movie. Like I said, you know, this guy goes through this journey where he learns that everybody hates him, and I don't know, it just made me kind of feel uncomfortable watching it. And it wasn't that sort of discomfort that you get from movies where you've got a character who, you know, says really awkward things or gets into awkward situations, which, you know, I like that kind of stuff, but no, this time round, I don't know, it was just a very bleak, depressing kind of a film. So on the plus side, the performances were actually quite good. I mean, Ricky Gervais, you know, he's always great with whatever he does, and he did play the character well, as did the band and, you know, well, everyone who worked in his office, that kind of thing. They all did great in their jobs, but I just felt the script could have been funnier. And admittedly, the session I went to, there was about a half dozen really old people sitting in the theater, and I wasn't entirely sure that they were going to get the jokes, but they seemed to be getting it a lot more than I did. I don't know, I wanted this movie to be so much funnier than it was, but I really didn't laugh much. Aside from that, the mockumentary style that it was done in, I wasn't convinced by it. I don't know, it felt too polished to me. And there were some scenes where, you know, a camera was in a room before they would go in, that kind of stuff, which, I don't know, I wasn't entirely convinced by it. And another big letdown for me were the songs in the film, which were performed by Ricky Gervais, but, you know, they were once again supposed to be really politically incorrect and awkward that someone would be on a stage singing these songs to an audience, but I don't know, maybe they could have been a little bit more politically incorrect. Maybe that would have made it funnier, but I just didn't really laugh at them. So look, the movie wasn't a complete train wreck. You know, it was watchable. I didn't absolutely despise it. And if you're a fan of The Office and of Ricky Gervais's style of humor, that kind of stuff, you know, maybe you might like it more than I did. But I really wanted just to laugh more during the film, but I really didn't. And as a result, I'm going to give David Brent, Life on the Road, a 4 out of 10. So thank you very much for taking the time to watch my review, and thanks to everybody who's been subscribing lately. I really appreciate that. If you've seen David Brent, Life on the Road, let me know what you thought. Hopefully you liked it more than I did. Drop me some comments either here or on Facebook. All my social media links are down in the description, because I like to talk about movies and I would love to talk about movies with you. See you next time.
Hey you there. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Click subscribe. You see the big word up the top that says subscribe? Well, click on it! Click on it now! Do it! Yeah!